And if I go away, I'll come back. So guess what? The beach is back. That's right. The beach, oh, the beach, oh, the beach is back. So I'm pretty excited. It's a little wrinkly, but welcome to 2020 and welcome back to Working with Mojo. I'm very excited about this shirt, but you can't see it. So let me show you what I've got on. That's right. Got on my Mojo shirt. Very excited. Yeah, I found a place. I was going to get it embroidered, and I found a place that does embroidery, and they also do like iron-on letters. But they also have this bling, bling. So I'm pretty excited. So I put on my blingy earrings and my blingy shoes, and I'm just like silly with the bling. So I've been gone a while, haven't I? So now I don't know, I don't think everybody knows this. So I'm going to tell you and bring you up to date just in case. And then we'll get to the Make It So show. Okay. We're going to talk about some important stuff. Hi, Piper. Welcome. Okay. So here's the short version. About a year ago, my dad was diagnosed with cancer. And so for the past year, I have been his main person. Now, he has he has a lot of really close friends, which is great. And I have a sister, but she lives out of state. And I have a stepsister, but she lives out of state. And my parents have been divorced a long time, and my father's wife died several years ago. So it fell to me to care for him. And it was an honor and a privilege to do it. And what's wonderful about my opportunity to do that is that I have absolutely no regrets about spending as much time with him as I did. It did mean that I wasn't always able to do my work and be here with you as much as I usually am or would like to. I gotta put a cushion in my seat, sit on a phone book or something, as if somebody has a phone book. Because Piper, look, isn't it cool? So I have no regrets about the last year. And so my dad, he breathed his last Wednesday. And I was at his house. Oh, dadgummit, I just realized something. Sales tax had to be mailed in yesterday, and I didn't get it done. It's very small, but they will fine you if you don't send the report. But I think having my father die just a few days ago, they'll probably give me a break, right? All right. Anyway, glad I noticed that. So back to my dad. So I don't want to, bore you with the whole long story, but essentially I kind of moved in with him for the last week. And so from Thursday to Thursday, I was pretty much at his house almost full time. And we had a couple of caregivers part time, and he was enrolled in hospice the Friday before he died on Wednesday. And so we had hospice help, and both the caregivers and the hospice people were just wonderful. And I was really, really grateful for their help. And my sister came in, and we were both able to be with him when he died. So that was good. So that's where we are. I still have a lot of work to do on his house, because for the same reasons that I was the one who got to take care of him, I am also the one to take care of all of his stuff. And there's a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff. They've got about a 2,500 square foot house, plus an attic, plus a garage that are just cram packed with stuff. They weren't hoarders. They just had a lot of pretty things. Their walls are just covered with beautiful art. My stepmother was an artist, and they have a lot of pretty furniture. My stepmother was also a fantastic needlepoint artist, so they've got tons of needle-pointed stuff. And she also liked gewgaws, so there's gewgaws on every surface, and my dad never met an electronic device that he didn't love, and so they've got just a ton of stuff. So we are divvying things up amongst the family, and whatever's left, and there will be plenty, we will be doing an estate sale. So that also falls to me in the same way that I was the one to be with Daddy at every doctor's appointment and every chemo appointment, and taking him to run errands and making sure he had what he needed and all that stuff. This chore falls to me as well. The good thing is there's really no hot deadline on it. And I am taking this week to get back into work and doing my mojo thing. So Piper said, sorry about Dad. Prayers go out. And Cindy, sorry. Thank you, Cindy and Piper. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's love and support and condolences and your patience with me while I have been away. So, like I said, the beach is back. Let's mojo. All right. So one of the things that I wanted to do today, here's on the Make It So show. What we do is we talk about manifestation, law of attraction, how to create the life you really love. And dadgum, I'm really disappointed about this. Maybe if I just sit back farther. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to sit back over here. Hey, babe, now you can see my mojo, right? Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay, so I'm going to sit back a little bit, except I'm sitting against the beach. So, usually I will give you some sort of manifestation tool or so forth. Today I want to talk to you about my dad's recent work. I mean, he was a ministerial student at Baylor University years ago and decided not to become a minister. He was planning to be a Baptist preacher like his grandfather, whom he really adored. And Daddy would have been a good preacher. But he was not so much religious as spiritual, but his spirituality is more about the Christian church. How do I say it? He's kind of like Christian light, but I mean, he believed in God and followed the teachings of Jesus, but he didn't adhere to like the nitpicky stuff, if that makes sense. Okay. Anyway, when my stepmother died, my dad realized what he called the unconditional love of God. Now, what this has to do with manifestation is that if you can find unconditional love, it doesn't have to be of God, but if you can recognize that and realize it in your life, it will help with that worthiness thing that I'm always preaching about, right? So let me just tell you briefly what my dad talked about. In fact, you know what? I've got an audio of him doing comedy and then closing up with talking about unconditional love, and he says it better than I do. So I will figure out a way to share that with you. In the meantime, I will tell you the gist of it. So he was with his wife when she was dying, and she was probably semi-comatose the way that he was the last couple of days. And he was sitting there looking at her and thinking about, her body was worn out and dying, and she couldn't do anything. She couldn't even talk with him anymore. And yet he felt that he had never loved her more. He never felt as much love for her as he did in that moment. And that's when he realized, oh, that's unconditional love. She cannot do anything for me at all. She can't cook for me. She can't kiss me. She can't even say I love you. And yet I feel a pure love for her. And that was when he went, oh, so that's what they're always talking about God loves us unconditionally. And so he made that over the last 4 years. He made that his message. He made that his message to share with everyone who would listen. And so I want you to think about that today as you go through your day. Think about, what if you expected nothing of your spouse, your partner, your children, your parents, everyone you love? What if you expected nothing of them, but only held love for them? What difference would that make in your life? I'm not telling you to lie down and be a doormat, but if you looked at people through the eyes of the divine, then how different would your perspective be? And that includes looking in the mirror. So look in the mirror and look at yourself through the eyes of the divine. And that's where you're going to find that worthiness that is so important to creating the life that you want. So I've gotten a little preachy here and a little bit maudlin. I don't have any big announcements because I'm just really just now able to get into the new year. And I apologize for having gone missing for the last several weeks. But I am excited about the new year. I hope you are too. We've got a lot of mojoing to do. And I want to encourage you to check out the website at mojomedium.com and look into Mojo My Life Coaching and also into Make Magic with Mojo Pro program. So, pardon me. I look forward to seeing you again very soon, and I hope that you're having a great day. Mojo out. Oh, I forgot I've got to push 2 buttons. Mojo out.